Hey, it's Michael Fox, and today we're asking the question, are housing prices going to drop? People have a lot of opinions about this. They worry about it, and I want to set the record straight today, so let's jump into it. All right, if you're like me, all of your social media and news feeds and everything is saying housing prices are going down. You have investors or so-called investors that are saying, don't buy anything, just wait till the market crashes and then come in and scoop it up. And I do think there's going to be a lot of opportunities, but the question is, are housing prices overall going to drop? And you've got lots of people that say they are, and then you have somebody like Dave Ramsey that comes out and says, now is the best time to buy a house because prices are just going to keep going up even if it's at a slower rate. So let's talk about that and why we think what we think about housing prices. When I'm looking at whether prices are going to go up or down, I'm going to look at the supply and the demand. And as long as the demand is outpacing the supply, that tells me that prices are going to probably go up. And yes, some things can affect that demand and that supply. We'll talk about that. But once I start to see the inventory growing to the point where there's more houses for sale than there are buyers, and before it gets to that point, it'll be equal. Then I'm going to think, hey, this market may shift and turn and start going down. And so what does that look like right now? Well, right now, we have about 8,000 homes less, I'm talking about Charleston, South Carolina, than we would need for a balanced market. So in order for us to get to equilibrium before we can start going down, we need to list 8,000 more homes. And then as we list more and people buy less, the prices will turn. And if I was doing real estate like I would do day trading or something, I'd say, okay, that's my signal to sell because prices are going down. Right now, we're very far off from that. But let's talk about a few things on the supply side. Some people have some theories that I want to address. One is new builds. Hey, the builders are catching up now. They're going to build a lot more homes. Have you been to a new construction neighborhood lately? There may be a couple of homes available, but there's not many. And lots of neighborhoods, they're still being fought over for those new homes. It used to be you could go to a neighborhood and you had your pick of all the different floor plans, and some might be almost finished, some were 3 months in, some were 6 months in. Still very, very low inventory on the new homes side. And, you know, the material costs are still really high, so a lot of those prices are going up, and a lot of things are holding them back, like, you know, trying to get permits and things taking longer. Okay, the next thing is foreclosure waves. Some people think there's going to be this huge foreclosure wave because of all the people that didn't pay their mortgages during COVID. Maybe they got forbearance and now the bank wants to catch up. Here's the thing. I've helped plenty of those people that were behind by 12 months or 18 months, and we sold their house and they still made $30,000 or more in many cases. And so just because they're behind on their payments, the appreciation has gotten so high that it would be crazy for them to let the bank foreclose because they've got so much equity in the property. So yeah, they might sell, but the prices are still very good even then. Okay, let's talk about interest rate captives. A lot of people that were thinking about putting their house on the market are saying, I have a 2.5% interest rate or a 3% interest rate, and if I sell, I'm going to go get a 6% interest rate. So they're not selling. That restricts inventory further. And then finally, some people worry about those iBuyers, that the hedge funds that bought a bunch of houses to rent out, are they going to turn around and sell them now before the market goes down? And I heard a great point on that today. These iBuyers are huge investment businesses. Okay, so they raised all this capital. They said, we're going to buy real estate because prices go up and because we can make monthly income on the rentals. So they put property managers in place, maintenance people in place. They bought all these houses. They fixed them up so that they'll be very good long-term investments, things like putting new air conditioners, new light fixtures, easy to maintain floors. You can learn a lot by watching these guys. But it would be crazy for them now that they've got it all set up. They've got all their renters in there. They're making money every month to turn around and just sell it and close up shop. They did all that work to buy it, get them rented, and now they're just going to close the doors because the market might take a temporary dip. I don't think that's going to happen. And if it did, it's not a very high percentage of the homes in our area. Finally, the demand is there, and Charleston in particular has very high demand. We have all the branches of the military here. We have Boeing here making airplanes. We have lots of car manufacturers here, Google, Amazon, you name it. There's so many jobs in our area. And if you look at the top 10 places to get married, the top 10 places to start a business, the top 10 places to start a family, the top 10 places to catch a fish, whatever it is, you're going to end up in South Carolina. So I believe that we're undervalued here in particular. Compare us to other places that have such high prices, and you'd say, you know what? Charleston, South Carolina is a deal. And that's what I say. I say we've got a good value here. It's a deal. And if you can buy right now, I would expect prices to go up at maybe a little bit slower rate. Maybe they just hang with inflation, which, by the way, has been pretty high lately. But I don't think you're going to have any regrets by buying a house right now. And I don't believe that we are going to have a real estate crash. So that's my take. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.